Poly relationships don't last. Well, have you considered that the sole aim of a non-monogamous relationship isn't necessarily to stay together forever? That regardless of whether someone is in our lives for a few dates, a few weeks, a few months, a few years, or forever, they make an impact on our lives. Have you considered that perhaps we enjoy the sometimes transient nature of some relationships, and that nothing in life is permanent apart from microplastics and share? Have you considered that relationships are a beautiful part of life, and that sometimes a relationship ending is necessary because we've grown apart or because we no longer share the same vision on how we want to live our lives? And that's okay. It doesn't mean it was a failure. It just means it's run its course. Have you considered that not everyone is driven by what religion or government or society at large tells us what we should be doing with our lives? Some of us refuse to let others shame or silence us into living in a way that we don't want to live. If you don't want to do that, that's absolutely fine. But it doesn't mean your way is the only right way to live. Have you considered that many, if not most, non-monogamous people are also equally, if not more, open to making platonic connections as well as romantic connections? It's not just about romance or sex. And even if a romantic connection doesn't last, that doesn't mean it can't morph into something else, and that person won't still be in our lives in a different way. Have you considered that a non-monogamous approach to love often applies to platonic love and care too? And that moving through life being open to new connections in whatever form they might take means that you're constantly meeting new people who enrich your life in so many different ways, that we find community in that we can choose to reject the loneliness that affects so many people by investing our time and our energy and our love into more than one person. Who cares if poly relationships don't last? Because we're not necessarily measuring success by the length of each relationship, but by joy and aliveness and presence. The measure is simply not the same. So what if poly relationships don't last?